We used to talk about the year of mobile. This is the year of change. Change or die, and that's it. I'm seeing a couple of interesting things in the, and I don't know if they're brand new, but to me they are, in the use of technology and robotics, for example, to interact with humans in very different ways.
Yeah.
And there were a couple of really good examples, again, at the end of the aisle in the back of the show, that had that.
It's pretty obvious now. It's easy to copy and develop a wearable, for example, which is where I saw a lot of replication. The real challenge is how do you market it? Because at the end of the day, what becomes popular is the challenge, not how to build the wearable.
Yeah, I was talking about wearables, especially the bracelets and the watches. I think, where I agree with you on that notion. And I was thinking about when, I've gone to a big box store or a big store, like for example Walmart, and you go to the checkout and you I don't know if you've seen this before, but you see that digital watch. It's very random. It's sitting there, it's hanging on the hook, and it's $2.99. And I get this flash forward notion when I see all of those wearables that I actually think there's going to be a place for that, because when the price of technology comes down, that actual device thing is going to be ubiquitous, and really what's going to win, which was missing at the show at scale, was this kind of amazing design element and this service overlay on top of the technology. I actually marked a couple instances where companies are starting to give the service overlay to the technology. That's going to keep it out of that kind of space on the checkout, when you walk by and it's $2.99. That'll still happen, but those big kind of high brand moments for those devices will be service overlay and design, I think.
So the question I wanted to ask you, you've been really busy here.
Yeah.
You've been running your own competition. Tell me more about that.
What's interesting in innovation, and what's interesting in what most people say is who won. In one of the cases, there was a sweepstakes, and so there's a winner of the sweepstakes. But what we've discussed is actually there's probably 4 or 5 companies that have won, because it's about innovation, and there isn't one answer in innovation. In a consumer's touch point with a brand, there's multiple things that need to win and innovate in order for the brand to be able to change. And so I would say there's probably about 4 or 5 winners for each one of those brands at the end of the day that will help those brands connect to their consumers in more meaningful ways. I love voice. I think voice is the completely underutilized power app. From a brand marketer perspective, consumers are using it every day, and voice is so much tied to music, which is so compelling and such a pull for a brand to kind of harness feelings and emotion and apply it to the devices that they have. So voice for sure for me has been and will continue to be a huge power app. But I work in the underdeveloped world, and that's underdeveloped, so it's big.